Good evening, everyone. It's me, Susie of Susie's Spirit Ramblings. Finally taking the time to come back to you and talk to you just a little bit. Because it's been a while and because I need this, I won't call it a diversion, I need this pastime to get through what seems to be quite a difficult time. I've been busy. It's just it's just life has taken charge, and my spirit guides are telling me I need to find time to do things that I love doing and make them a priority, and I know that. It's just hard. So, this morning, for example, when I woke up, I just sat there, had my coffee, and then I decided I'm going to meditate just for a few minutes before I get up and take a shower and rush off to go to work. And it only took 5 minutes, and I felt so much better. I felt so much love flowing through me. And I know that that's what it takes to, live your life more freely and happier. And so I'm just going to have to make that a priority like I used to. Things have been happening. Time has been speeding up, slowing down, speeding up, slowing down. I don't know if you're noticing it, but it's just bad. And I don't want to make this a bad video either. I did write quite a bit on Sunday, and then I just finished up just a few minutes ago, and I'm just going to read that to you. And then we'll throw a few cards and see where we stand. And I may or may not upload this because it's just been so dark, don't you think? It's been dark. And what I'm noticing is many readers are feeling the same thing. There's something is coming. Something big is coming. We feel it. We see it. We feel there's something going on with the Orange Menace that is not good for him personally. For us, maybe, but not for him. And he just looks sickly. He looks bad. He looks like he needs to take a long vacation, put it that way, and find his soul again. Regroup somewhere else. Who knows? Not here. So we shall see what happens. What I'm going to do, like I said, I'm just going to start reading to you, and I've missed you, and I do enjoy these little videos that I do. And I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to upload it tonight. It's already fairly late, and I got things to do. So, enough of that. Let me just read to you what I just wrote, and then we'll take it from there. So, for those of you who don't know me, let me start back. Go a few steps back. My name is Susie. I'm Susie's Spirit Ramblings. Back in January, on January 18th, right before the handover date, I was in a really bad space, like many of us were. Could not believe what I was seeing was happening, and that it was actually going to go through. And so I decided I would sit down and write, and I'd write with spirit, and I let my thoughts go onto my keyboard, into my computer or my laptop, and after a while I would let spirit take over my fingers, and I would just write what came into my fingers. I'd close my eyes and I would just type. And I thought, this is, sometimes I just think this is just weird. This is not making any sense. But when I read it later, and when I read it to you, it usually does. So that's what I do. And then I just pull up a few cards, and that's what I did this time around as well. So why don't we just go and read what it is I wrote. Let me see, where is my script? There it is. Okay, let's just start. I started on Sunday. August 24th, 2025. Again, it's been a while since I've been able and willing to carve out some time to write. Yes, translation work has slowed down again, but I've been doing the other job and things are very stressful there. Am I going to be able to keep that job? The startup as a whole is going through some rough times. I feel I'm doing a good job and hoping to do my part to turn the company in a new direction. The lead boss has agreed to go to the Vegas trade show, if I can make enough appointments with good leads. So we've been working on that. We'll just have to see. There's plenty more to write about that, but I don't want to say too much about my fears. I feel there will be a major shift soon, and I'm not sure if it will involve me. That is the major shift with the company. I'm not sure if it will involve me or if it will be the end of the entire office here in the United States. We'll just have to do our jobs because that's what we're paid to do. So, and see what the future brings. Another lesson in trust, perhaps? Plus, I've been seeing my chiropractor several times a week. The new office chair is a big help. Still sciatica pain from the lower back down. I don't feel quite like a 90-year-old anymore, perhaps more like 75. Anyway, it's getting better. My relationships have all seemed to have changed. I've been unwilling to put up with any of the bullshit anymore. The ones that I've been dealt with for the last few years, and the thought of being with people who outright disrespect me makes me nauseous. I feel myself pulling back, moving away. I'm not sure where this is headed. I do think a big change is coming. If I could only see a true path. I have faith, though, that it will soon become clear. Time seems to be playing tricks on me, on us lately. 10 years feel like it was only yesterday. Yet the 7 months with the Orange Medicine office feel like decades. The amount of damage being done to our nation is just shocking. What is happening to our Latin neighbors is a scandal. Our fields are strewn with rotten crops. Our grocery prices are skyrocketing. AI seems to be taking over many jobs. Texas is blatantly going against the people's will and gerrymandering more districts, and even saying the quiet part out loud. It's because we need more votes in our favor? Seriously? Anyway, back to time. I feel like I'm in some kind of funny house. You know those funny houses? Remember those? Where the reflection is at times near and then far and then near? Very strange. The year has flown by. Someone asked me the other day, actually, how my summer has been, and I couldn't really give an answer. Summer? You mean that atrocious heat bearing down on us when we get into our cars? The AC in my car wasn't working at all for the longest time, but I finally managed to get it fixed. Other than that, all I remember about the summer were the endless hours in front of a computer screen and very little contact with the outside world otherwise. The news has been horrendous, so much so that I've been tempted to block it all out. But I feel it is our duty to know what the Orange Menace is up to. The National Guard taking over D.C., yet the court saying he can't. Now he's threatening to put troops in other democratic cities. Then there's a Miami judge who has ordered Alligator Alcatraz to be phased out for environmental violations. Let's hope that stands, and that the 11th Circuit Court in Atlanta doesn't reverse her order. The inhumanity that our country seems to be accepting is just so sad. I see it on Facebook, how people I considered once to be my friends are cheering it all on. So I've started to unfriend them all if I see them posting something like that. Sad. Orange Menace is trying to rewrite history by having the Smithsonian change its exhibits in favor of his ideas of what he thinks history should be. Not to mention His terrible speech at the Kennedy Center. As if the buffoon knows anything about culture. Sylvester Stallone to receive the honors this year? Ugh, it's all I can say. Supposedly, Mr. P was in Alaska. I don't think it was him. I caught a glimpse of the man in The Beast, and the silhouette looked nothing like him. His smile, his poor English. Still, Rosie doesn't believe in body doubles and is adamant that it was Mr. P, or rather her argument is that focusing on anything but what actually happened there is drifting off into the frivolous. I guess she has a point. Perhaps, but my guides have been just as adamant that he is no longer, and I believe them. Well, we still own Alaska, so I guess that's a plus. Still, the press secretary, Caroline, was reportedly shaken by what she witnessed. It would be good to know exactly what that was that she witnessed. Other readers are saying she finally saw the Orange Menace for who he truly is. Finally having to admit that the Russian hoax wasn't a hoax after all. And yet, all of the important people from Europe showed up to an emergency meeting in Washington just the following Monday, clearing their calendars in support of Ukraine. That was so wonderful to see. Von der Leyen, Rutte, Merz, Macron, the Finnish president, Starmer of the UK, all standing in strong support of Zelensky. Absolutely fabulous. A true good versus evil moment. And then there are the Epstein files. Well, that isn't going away. And he's doing everything he can to distract us. One distraction after the next. Meeting with Mr. P, the National Guard in D.C., and sending them into other cities like Chicago. The files are supposedly going to be released to Congress tomorrow, which was yesterday, unless there's another unnecessary delay. I could go on and on and on about everything that's been happening, yet I cannot shake the feeling that all of this is coming to a rapid end. I'm still thinking by the end of this month. It's the 26th, right? I have the feeling that something's going to happen this Thursday on the 28th. We'll see. He's already saying that he's preparing to meet his maker. He looks extremely sickly. People are commenting on the amount of makeup being used to cover the bruises on his hand, commenting on his swollen ankles, the color of his skin, his shallow eyes. He really does look like death himself. Kind of a zombie. So when asked during psychic class tonight if he'll do this or that, I kept thinking, nope. Will he take steps against Mr. P for bombing the U.S. Flex Electronics factory in Ukraine? In my mind, I was shaking my head. Nope, of course not. He's a coward. Why would he? It's coming to an end, and he just wants to go quietly into the night. But I used the pendulum. It said no. I pulled some cards, and this is what came up, but I didn't read it out loud to the others. I did a Celtic cross. I got the Emperor reversed, who I see as the Orange Menace reversed, crossed by the Nine of Pentacles, which I instinctively thought of Kamala. Then the Queen of Cups as the foundation, which I would say is our beloved nation, a Cancer card. Strength was in the past position. I assume his strength. 10 of Cups in the near future. We are going to be happy, happy, happy. And other future cards pointing to the sun, even happier still, lovers working together as a team, and the outcome was the 10 of Pentacles. So, when answering the question, I took it to mean it's all coming to an end in the very near future. So these questions are really not that pertinent. And honestly, that's exactly what I'm feeling. We get bad news, and I smirk. Okay, fine. Write your executive order if it makes you happy. It's all going to be reversed soon anyway. That's how I've been feeling these last few weeks, just watching and waiting for what I know in my heart will be the outcome. I feel the same way about everything in my life right now. As awful as things might be sometimes, just wait and see. Good things are just around the corner. I can feel it. I feel it. Or is it perhaps a freight train? Smiling a bit defeated, knowing that I've succumbed to quite a bit of negativity lately. Yes, we've been through some very exhausting times. But again, it's almost over. So, my sweet guides, I've missed you, but I feel you speaking through my words above. I close my eyes, I breathe, and I ask for some of your meaningful words on all of this. Breathe in, breathe out. And they say, just start typing, sweetheart, we'll catch up. Yes, indeed, the time is nigh. Yes, and everything is perched to move forward once he's taken his leave. Very soon, within a matter of days. Of course, he has free will. He can hold on, but it's all getting too much for him. There will be a moment when he will have the choice, and his reign will then end. At the same time, you will hear more and more about what happened last year during the big contest. People will be rising up to protest. Potentially, they'll celebrate his end. Shady will want to assume his new role as president, but it won't last, as the executive order signed during the last administration will, in fact, go into effect. Things will speed up very quickly this week. As for you, stay calm, as you have. The world is going through a dark night of the soul, and old paradigms fall away, making room for a new way of life. Everywhere more peace-driven, less hatred. This will not happen overnight, and you can see the patriarchy taking steps to cement their power. But their towers are falling. There is no structure left for them to build on. Make sure you stay hydrated, rested, and calm. It may get uglier before the dust settles. It is good that you're keeping your distance from those that are no longer good for you. Follow your emotions. Don't try to fit the square peg into the round hole anymore. It hasn't been working for a while now. It really never has. We've been gearing you up for an entirely new life. It will be exciting, full of new friends, love, joy, and happiness. But where, spirit guides, I ask, and how? And they say, you really need to leave. The how is up to us. You just need to take the steps as you are guided to take. I asked them several more questions that I won't bore you with here. I just want to know. I feel like I've been in the dark for so long. And then they say, you are appreciated, but you've always been, until one day you weren't. And that will most likely not change until you've found the work you really want to do, which is what you've been working on with your writing. And I say, well, aren't I too old? Old, they ask. Do you feel old? No, not really. Unless I get up and try to stand upright. I'm mentioning the pain in my back. That will pass, they say. That is only temporary. After a few more minutes of personal issues, I then say, give me something I can tell others, please. And they say, your society is starting to come together. The nightmares of the past few months will become evident to everyone, even those who currently insist on being in favor of what has been happening. The truth will set everyone free. Sweethearts, I say, I'm tired, and that was 2 days ago. I feel like there's not much more you can tell me. I'll come back to you tomorrow. Thank you. We love you, they say. And so, 2 days later, a few days have passed since I wrote, and I'm once again procrastinating. I know I have something to say. The feeling of impatience, dreading, and yet excited about what's coming. I know something is about to unravel. We all know it. We all feel it. Just listen to Linda G, to Lori, to all of them. They're all feeling something is about to change. And they say to me, "You meditated this morning. Lovely. That was very good. Did you feel the self-love inside growing and making you feel much better? You've been very busy. You don't have to apologize to us. But you do need to apologize to yourself. Reset your priorities so that you can take time to do the things you want to do. You downloaded a few more novels the other day on your Kindle, yet you're not even taking time to read them. Meditate more, cultivate self-loving. You, like many others, are going through a metamorphosis, so to speak. Be easy on yourself. Do not waste time doing things you don't want to do." Tell me, guides, what to expect. Do not forget free will, love. But yes, your nation, like you, is nearing a Wheel of Fortune moment. Things are in fact changing behind the scenes, and you will not be made fully aware of it until it's over. So I asked, tell me about the 3 days of darkness. You recognize this in your musings, just how dark it's been. And I ask, will there be a man-made dark phase, or will it have something to do with an astral event of sorts? And they respond, there will be a short phase of no internet connection. For the most part, it will seem like a fluke. There will be explanations from major carriers, but the public will not really learn of it. It will be a kind of military coup, in fact. It will be a time when communication will be blocked, actually to protect the people, and to take action with little interference. With little interference from those the actions are being taken against. After the holiday, people will slowly wake up to an entirely new circumstance. Yes, very near indeed. Do not doubt what you're interpreting. You will see that much of what you're predicting will come to pass. And I say this feels like such made-up fiction, guides. That's okay. For entertainment purposes only. Ha ha ha, that's funny, I say. You've got my sarcasm. And they respond, of course we do. We're a part of you. We are by no means more elevated than you think than you are. You know that. Now read through all of this and try to record it tonight. Max is here. I missed you, Mom, he says. I understand you were busy, but please check in a bit more often. Thank you. I love you, Max. I love all of you, my guides. And they say, we love you too, Susie. Well, there we go. Now, where's my camera? I see it's green. I can't see the screen. Oh, there I am. There I am. So that makes me smile. I won't be able to see how I responded to all of this until I rewatch all of this later. Oh, there's Charlie. Hello, Charlie. So, what do you think? Comment below. Is this all made-up fiction? Wishful thinking? I don't know. I feel like something, like we're on the verge of something big. Anyway, I'm going to pull a few cards. Actually, I wanted to show you a new deck of cards I bought, and my dog, Coco, liked the box and chewed up the box. So, anyway, old style tarot cards. I think they're really pretty. And I'm just going to try to pull a card or two in that vein. The box is a mess. Anyway, didn't need to show that, but these are really pretty cards. I just needed a new deck. I don't know why. I'm probably going to go back to the Rider-Waite anyway, but let's just pull a card or two, or 3 or 4, who knows, see what comes out about what we just read, and see where we stand, excuse me, where we stand with all of this. What? Spirit guides, what cards do we pull? There's one. Four of Swords. Time for all of us to rest, and maybe time for the Orange Menace to rest. That's all I'm going to say to that one. Because you see, I don't know about you, but that looks like people in mourning and the big knight on top. I don't know if he's just resting. It's not the death card though, so you typically the Four of Swords is you need some rest. So what else? We'll see what's happening on the 28th. I'm not sure why I'm coming to the 28th. Nine of Swords. Again. Nightmares. We're all going through nightmares. Especially the Orange Menace right now. Look at that. Huh? Wow. Wow. Okay. And the swords are piercing through roses. Right? I wonder a lot. Put it that way. I wonder a lot. Let's see. Something else. Not sure if I'm going to be able to get this out tonight. The Chariot. We are moving forward. It's going to be fast. It's going to be quick. It's going to be a quick event, and we're going to be moving forward. The Chariot is also the card in the tarot for Cancer, which is, you know, our nation is a Cancer. The nation is moving forward quickly. Last one. Knight of Wands. Again, fast-moving events. The Knight of Wands is the fastest knight. All right. So I love these. They're really pretty. I'm not sure, you know. What do you think? Okay. Just going to have to find another box for them because Coco ruined the box. We are going to do one Abraham Hicks card, and then we're going to do a few Wisdom of the Oracle cards, and then we're going to call it a night. I'm going to try to put this up for you. How have you been doing? Just let me know. Remember, I enjoy your comments. I like seeing where, you know, where this is taking me, where this is taking you, if this is of any help to you at all. And, yeah, we'll just have to see. I feel like my intuition is coming through even before I start writing, and I feel like my thoughts are combined with what Spirit is saying. Desire is the beginning of all creation, is what it says. In allowing your desire to come to you, you not only gain the satisfaction of having received it, you also gain a whole new perspective from which to desire more. Now that is one that actually called me. It says, the universe is big enough to fulfill my every intent. The universal manager has the ability to bring everyone a vibrational match to what they are giving their attention to, without depriving anyone else of what they are wanting. And then I think this is really important. the universe knows me. And the universe adores me. And that's what I was feeling after I meditated this morning. The self-love that came rushing through. So meditate a little bit, even if it's only for 5 minutes. It does you so much better. It does better than a cup of coffee, I'll tell you. If you will allow it, you will feel the love that flows to you and through you. You are always seen, always understood, and always loved. So that is what I felt this morning. So that is a good card to have. Okay, the others were so-so. But that's just how these cards are, right? Coco and Charlie are playing on the floor. They're bored. All right, Wisdom of the Oracles. Let's see what we can get there. Just shuffle a few more. And then I'll try to upload this before I go to sleep. I don't know why I'm so tired lately. I could sleep and sleep for hours. But then I wake up in pain in my legs, so. But we're working on that. Speaking of which, sitting here is not very comfortable for me right now, so let's bring this to an end. I wanted to post this or actually do this before I watched any of today's, let's say, Rosie's or any other readers' YouTube videos today, because it's just, I don't want to be influenced. I know what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling and what I'm trying to portray. And I don't want it to be, a meshed up repeat of what others have been saying. So, Coco, be gentle, please, with the cat. Thank you. Loyal heart. We're talking about self-love. Loyal heart. Be loyal to others. Be loyal to yourself. Okay, it's hard right now going through life and trying to please others and trying to get all of our priorities straight, and it's been so dark. Remember to be loyal to yourself, not just to others. I'm not even going to read what the book has to say, because that is exactly what the card is telling me right now. So, that one wanted to come out. No place like home. Okay. That's my card, because I'm just such a homebody. I just want to stay home all the time. Lately, anyway. I need to get out more. But I just don't want to put up with the people I know. I don't know. I'm bored. So there's no place like home. I'm going to stay home, and I'm going to spend time with people like you. And my online friends and all of that. And anything else? So I think the message through these last few cards, the Abraham cards and the Wisdom of the Oracles, is find love, find peace, find any way that through meditation, through reading a good book, through walking in nature, if it's not raining like it's been raining here all this time. Why? Why is the card that comes up? And that is a question we keep asking ourselves. Why is this taking so long? Why do we have to go through this? Why? So I'm going to read that from the book, though. What number is that? Number 31. 14, 25, 26. You know what number 30 is? It says tick-tock. Tick-tock. Okay. Time is ticking away. It's time. Why? 31. The Oracle message: there is great power in understanding your motives right now. The Oracle asks you to be very clear about why you're asking this question, looking for this answer, behaving in the way that, and most important, making this choice. Knowing your why is the key to fulfillment. But we're not clear about the why, right? I mean, when you're clear about it, about the why, Your intention will then be a magnet for miracles. Okay. So that sort of harmonizes with my need to know the direction my life should be taking, you know? So why? We don't always know why we engage in our relationships in the way we do, mostly because our feelings aren't always logical. That's what I was saying about the people in my life. Now is the time to recognize whether you're being triggered by someone else or if your behavior is motivated by unresolved issues of the past. When you ask yourself, why am I feeling like this? And why did I say that? And spend some time in introspection, the answers may be surprising. Listen to the messages from your intuition, from the knowing deep within. What does it tell you about yourself? So that's what the guys were saying. Trust yourself. Trust your intuition. Trust what it is that you're thinking. With that, we are going to come to an end. I wish you all a good night and a good day, no matter when you see this. I am just curious what the rest of the week will bring, and maybe it's just wishful thinking that I hope something will happen this week, but it just feels that way. It feels like it's coming very quickly. So we have heard from astrologers. August and September are going to be rough months. Yeah. So we may have another month of this roughness, but I have the feeling we'll see. I've been wrong before. But thank you for listening to my mumbling and ramblings and ongoings and silliness. Thank you for listening, and thank you for being here. I love you all. Wish you a good night. Talk to you hopefully sooner than later. Bye.